At Team 25 this year, Atlassian made some major product announcements, but one that I'm very particular is not a new product announcement, but rather a new bundling of the product announcements. And Atlassian is calling it the Teamwork Collection. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a like, as we're going to be diving deeper into what exactly is the Teamwork Collection. So the Teamwork Collection is a combination of Jira, Confluence, and to my surprise, Loom. And it's not just those three products, because it's those three products of Jira, Confluence, and Loom, but you also get Rovo Teamwork Agents. And we're going to be talking about those in just a second. But what exactly is the collection and why is it so important? Well, for one price of $15, at least that's where it starts at. So we don't have full pricing details, but as you can see from the Atlassian slide here, they are saying that it's going to start at $15. But for those 15 US dollars, you get basically three major products plus Rovo, and specifically 3 or 4 Rovo agents that Atlassian is going to be highlighting here. But this collection is important because it allows you to use the most valuable tools that Atlassian puts out, which is Jira and Confluence, and to my surprise, Loom. And Atlassian's really doubled down, if not tripling down, on Loom. And they really want Loom to be the fabric, right? Tied into that fabric of what Jira and Confluence are. So very, very powerful tools. But this Teamwork Collection is a little bit more, right? It's more than just 3 tools that are designed to work together. It's an entry point to a brand new world of possibilities, because the Teamwork Collection here puts together for one price Atlassian's most popular tools. And so for teams that are not quite ready or not quite already in the Jira ecosystem, this is going to be a brand new experience that gives you a very, very synergized experience, right? Jira, Confluence, and Loom working together really, really well, right? And so for one affordable price, because Jira by itself, believe it or not, folks, is a $17 fee. $17 per month. And this is as of April of 2025. And keep in mind that in 6 months, in October of 2025, Atlassian will be increasing those prices. Keep my words here. Atlassian always increases their price once a year. And so for $15, it's an interesting, very enticing price point, and you get a lot. Now, we don't know if it's going to be the standard versions or the premium versions of these products. We don't know if it's going to be watered down versions or if you're not going to have all the features, because $15, like I said, so Jira by itself is 17. So to make the whole thing 15, the math doesn't add up. So I would assume that Atlassian is going to have to remove some features to make the math work. But again, don't have a lot of information. But I can tell you that this teamwork graph is going to be a powerful way for teams that just want to come together. They want to take Jira, they want to take Confluence, or they want a tool that can really work for them. And with the power of Rovo, it's going to allow them to do basically have a meeting, have that meeting be transcribed by Loom. Then that Loom transcribe is going to become a Confluence page. And from that Confluence page, Rovo is going to be able to go in and basically create Jira work items and be able to assign them to people, so that whatever action items you came up with in that particular meeting, they're all now automatically created and somebody can go and execute. And so that productivity gain, right, of not having to figure out, okay, let me go to a meeting, pay attention in the meeting, take notes during the meeting, transcribe my notes into actionable items, and then from those action items on paper, put them into Jira tickets to eventually assign them to somebody. Like, all of that just becomes one fluid motion with Rovo. And so this is the true power here that Atlassian's kind of evangelizing, that by using this Teamwork Collection, teams are going to be empowered to work really, really well together. And I'm very, very excited for this. I think this is a right step in the right direction. Atlassian's cherry picking the best of their offerings and saying, you have no reason to literally use any other tool out there, because our tools are just going to make your lives infinitely easier. So again, at $15 for the Teamwork Collection, I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is a really good move by Atlassian, a really smart one. I will tell you that I try to sign up for it, and unlike the other tools, Jira, Confluence, and Loom, where you can go directly to Atlassian.com and purchase, the Teamwork Collection is behind a sales call. So I found that very curious, because Atlassian doesn't typically do that. Usually just the enterprise versions of Jira and Confluence are behind this. I talked to a sales rep. Atlassian historically has not been very big on sales rep. And so I thought it was interesting that this really enticing, very easy, very come into our Atlassian world is behind a sales page. That took me a little bit for an emotional whirlwind, if you will. Nonetheless, it's available. And let me show you what this looks like here. So you can go to atlassian.com/collection/teamwork. Spoilers, there are 2 collections that we're going to be talking about. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a like. Here is the teamwork collection. Again, it's going to be Jira, Confluence, Loom, and agents for teamwork. So there's going to be very specific agents. There's thousands and thousands of agents, but these are going to be very specific teamwork ones here. And as you can see, you got a contact cell. So this is an interesting one. Usually you would see like a buy option, but no, not with this one. You're gonna have to contact cells, and I'm assuming that if you're currently an existing customer, you're not gonna be able to get the teamwork collection. I am assuming that this teamwork collection is really for new teams, folks that are new to the Atlassian ecosystem, which kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I wish this would have been open up, right? Because I think me as a customer, I would love to just get the other ones for at least included. And so it's interesting. I don't know that that's the right move. I think this might alienate customers, right? Because if you're already purchased in, right, if you're already committed to the Atlassian ecosystem, and maybe you just have Jira and you now want to get Confluence and Loom, I don't think Atlassian is going to allow you to do that. But again, it's too early to tell. You do have to talk to a sales rep. There's really no way around it. And so I think Atlassian is going to divide existing customers who have to go down the traditional route versus brand new customers that are just looking for a brand new experience. And that's what the Teamwork Collection is going to be all about. That's it for this announcement. What do you think of the Teamwork Collection? If you're new to Jira, or if your company is thinking of going to Jira, does the Teamwork Collection sound enticing to you? If it does, let me know in the comments. And if you're currently a Jira subscriber, what do you think about my prediction that if you're an existing customer, you're not going to be able to buy into the Teamwork Collection? Let me know in the comment section what you think. That's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.